Konnichiwa minaboku wa Jeremy desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Welcome back to my channel. And it is Eurovision season. And normally I do reaction videos when we get all of the songs released. But it is early February, and some of the national finals have been going on, and some of the countries have already chosen who they are going to have represent them. Now, of course, sometimes it's internally done by just the broadcasters themselves. Other times they have shows like The Voice, Idol, or something along those lines to choose and have the public help choose who will be the representative for the country for that year. And another thing this year, which really excites me, is the fact that the rest of the world actually gets a stake in the voting. Now, it's not a huge stake. Basically, everybody else in the world that's not in Europe and not taking part in the actual contest with their country, everybody's votes come together and have about this as much clout as a single country. Even less so than the ones taking part because we don't have a jury stake in it. It's just going to be televote, which is fine. It's still a nice big step in the right direction. And I still am hearing rumors that Eurovision Canada is coming soon, which I'm really excited about. So we might actually be involved in Eurovision next year, just like Australia has since 2015 and since Israel has for a long time. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But I'm super, super excited to talk about some of this stuff. So, there's a few things to mention. I found a video that it's from a YouTube channel called Music, Moozik, Music, and we'll see a few of the entries. I think there's been others chosen since this video came out 4 days ago. Maybe they don't include the whole thing, but I'll talk about some of those other countries a little bit later as well. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm also going to talk about a couple of other entries, one that is a runner-up and one that is still in the running for Germany, actually. So let's start off with this little video about, seeing little clips from the ones that we have out already and confirmed, and I'll talk a little bit about each one as it goes along. So once again, I'm going to shout out to Music, Myoozk, Music, makes sense. So Albania, I like this. Duje, Albina and Familia Kelmendi. So it's Albina and her whole family, I believe, and that's awesome. Like, how often do you get to see entries like that? Have we had those before? Again, I'm fairly new to this, but I don't recall, at least in recent memory, seeing full families on there. This is amazing. Not only do we have like the cultural side of things, and Albania once again coming out with a really, really interesting song, but you have the whole family involved with it, and I love that. Celine Dion would do that with her family. Should get them involved sometimes, and I'm sure other singers and stuff do too. But I really like this, and I think it gives them a unique opportunity, and possibly could be a top 10. I don't know, but it's different, and I really like different. Really well done. I like it. Gustav with Because of You. So, Belgium in the last little bit has been coming out with songs that aren't personally my favorite. I really thought last year's Belgium song was fairly weak. I'm gonna miss you now. I don't know. It wasn't my thing. The year before, 2021, I think was Hooverphonic with The Wrong Place. Okay, it was an okay song. But again, just not my thing. This one, uh, of the ones in this video, because I have pre-watched it a little bit, not one of my favorites. This is probably on the lower spectrum of my personal tastes again. Ireland, We Are One, Wild Youth. Okay. I really like this song. It's very anthemic. I really, really like it. This is right up my alley. I loved Maps by Leslie Roy. I find this song to be much stronger than last year's entry. I was not a fan of Brooke's entry last year. That's Rich. I just didn't like it. Wild Youth, I really like it. I loved what Leslie Roy did with Maps. I'm really sad she didn't make it into the finals, because those of you that saw my video before for 2021, I really, really thought Ireland would take it, but they didn't. This song is being unfairly judged, I think, along the same lines as Bulgaria's last year. I didn't mind Bulgaria's song last year. It gave me vibes of Foo Fighters, and this one is a lot of people are comparing it to Bono. I think Bono. But you know what? I don't know. I like it. I think it's a good song. I saw their performance, and I like it. I'm just gonna say everybody's like, oh, congratulations, Ireland! Once again, you're not gonna make it into the grand final. I don't know. I like it. I'm just saying my own taste. I like it. Excuse me. Sorry, I have a cold. This is my favorite song. Nothing in the world will spring the spread of her wings. Hey, she, queen of the kings. I love that song. I want, right now, I want that song to win Eurovision 2023. I think it is the strongest. There were 2 entries in Norway's Melody Grand Prix. Now, is it Melody Grand Prix or Melody Festivalen? I think that one's Sweden. Melody Grand Prix, the one that just happened. And a lot of stuff happened this past weekend with that. And one of the things being the, what did they call it? The worst kept secret in Norway. Sorry, got a hair. I hate when that happens. Worst kept secret in Norway. And that was Subwoofer being Ben Adams and Goat. I don't know the other guy's name, but they're Subwoofer. They kept it kind of secret for a year. Pretty good reveal. I mean, of course, it would make sense to do the reveal a year after their historic win. Should we say historic win? I don't know. Their win in the contest last year to represent Norway. It was amazing. Anyway, Queen of the Kings, Alessandra Mele. Wonderful song. I love this so far. Of all of them, this is my favorite. Absolutely, absolutely love it. Next is Spain. Spain, Blanca Paloma with a, this is, people call it a lullaby. Is it a lullaby? Does that count as a lullaby? That would not put me to sleep. It's very, another cultural, very, very cultural sounding. It's very different from what we got last year. Take a video, watch a slow-mo, mo, booty hypnotic, make you want more. I liked that one better than I like this one so far. Sometimes it takes songs a while to grow on me. A perfect example would be Sugar from Moldova in 2021. I couldn't stand the song at first, and then I absolutely still to this day love it now. The dance and everything, Natalia Gorienko's personality on stage, I do like it. So this song right now is I find it interesting. It's definitely an interesting choice for Spain. Tones it way down from what they had last year. I think that last year's entry, 2022 Slow-Mo, will still be a higher placing than this one. Just my personal choice, my personal taste. So, okay, Ukraine, Tvorchi, Heart of Steel. So that's not my favorite taste of music. Neither was last year. I thought Ukraine 2021 was the strongest one so far, with Shum. Amazing. That one, of the winners and stuff, I'm still shocked that Stefania won last year. It was not my favorite. But again, a lot of other people, there's still a lot of claims. People are like, oh, well, they only won because of the war in Ukraine. When you think about the Eurovision Song Contest, though, it is about uniting the countries, especially because originally it was to do so after the war. And in a sense, it did. They had a huge voting, you know. Speaking of voting, actually, there were 6 countries that were accused of vote fixing in the semifinal or the grand final. I think it was the semifinal last year. So some changes have been made this year. Juries are not going to be able to vote in the semifinals this year. They will only be in the grand final. They will have less clout there because getting their countries over to the grand final, once you're in the grand final, it is what it is. So it's all going to be televote for the semifinals, and then the juries will have a say in the grand final along with the televote as well. And then, like I said, the whole world gets to vote as well, but we count as one country, and then all the other countries count as countries as well too, separately. So there's that. Okay, so these are all the videos in this particular mashup here. Like I said, there are other ones as well. Um, let's see. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page, by the way. Eurovision Song Contest 2023. It has all the layouts of the semifinals. So in semifinal one, we have Croatia, Ireland, Latvia, Malta, Norway, Portugal, and Serbia. And then in the second half of that semifinal, Azerbaijan, Czech Republic, Finland, Israel, Moldova, Netherlands, Sweden, and Switzerland. In the second semifinal, we have Armenia, Belgium, Cyprus, Denmark, Estonia, Greece, Iceland, Romania in the first half. Albania, Australia, Austria, Georgia, Lithuania, Poland, San Marino, Slovenia in the second half. And then, of course, the big five plus UK will be performing. Oh, UK and, they are one of the big five. Sorry. Ukraine will be in the final. France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Ukraine, and United Kingdom. Sorry, I was getting it mixed up. United Kingdom is one of the big five, which is partially why they're hosting the contest instead of the Ukraine because of the war going on in the Ukraine. United Kingdom came in second place. Generally, from what my understanding is, if a country is unable to host, it would be a partnership with one of the big five. This year, I think they did it just because UK came second place. But if they hadn't, then Ukraine could have gone with France, Germany, Italy, Spain, United Kingdom. I don't know how Italy would have felt to host the contest 2 years in a row. Ireland did it 3 years in a row, and then again after a year again, and it was pretty tough on their economy. And that was in the 90s. So I can only imagine what it would be like to host the contest several years in a row nowadays. So, with that said, a lot of people also speculate that if you have a song in the latter part of the semifinals or the grand final, you have a better chance because people have it fresh in their minds. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. It'd be interesting to kind of see how that goes this year. So, the songs we do know the names of Ireland, we heard earlier, We Are One by Wild Youth, Norway, Queen of the Kings by Alessandra. Maybe it is just Queen of Kings. I thought it was Queen of the Kings. Sorry. Alessandra Mele. We have Czech Republic. Okay, My Sister's Crown. I did hear a little bit of that one, I believe. That one was just chosen recently before that video was done. That's by Vesna for Czech Republic. Unicorn by Noah Kirill. That's the song for Israel this year, but I haven't seen any video for it yet or heard any songs for it. Netherlands, the performer is Mia Nicolai and Dion Cooper, but there's no song yet mentioned. For Armenia, we have the artist is Brunette, don't know the song yet. Gustav for Belgium, Because of You, we did see that in the compilation. Cyprus, Andrew Lambro, but no song yet. For Greece, What They Say by Victor Vernikos. Is an English song, but again, I haven't seen any video or song from it. We did hear Albania, Albina and Familia Kelmendi with Duye. That one is sung in Albanian. Austria, Tea and Selena are the artists, but there's no song yet. That's to be decided March 8th. Georgia, Iru Kechanovi is the artist, but no song yet to be decided in March. Lithuania, Poland, and San Marino are all later this month in February. Slovenia, Joker out with the song Carpe Diem. Do I know that one? I think I've heard that one. It's sung in Slovene, but I'm kind of blanking on what it sounds like. There's a Canadian artist representing France this year, which is great. Lazara. We don't know the name of the song yet, but should be interesting there. Not the first time a Canadian's been in there. Celine Dion, of course, representing Switzerland and winning in 1988. Don't know Germany's song yet, but I do want to talk about that one in a second. Italy, don't know the song yet. Spain, Ea, we heard earlier by Blanca Paloma, sung in Spanish. And Ukraine, Heart of Steel by Tvorchi in English. United Kingdom, it's heavily speculated that Sawayama... I can't remember the lady's name now. She sings a song called Hold the Girl. Let me look it up right now. That one would have been a good Eurovision song, I think. Rina Sawayama. She's British, Japanese, and she's really, really good. It's heavily speculated because she has a blank area in her schedule, like touring and all that stuff, around all the time that she would need to be in Liverpool for it. So who knows? who knows? Could that be the worst kept secret in the UK? Kind of like Subwoofer's Ben Adams and Gout. I don't know his name. Gout K something or other. I'm sorry, sorry. Um. Anyway, so what I wanted to say, two other things here. Germany has a song in the national final right now called Melodies of Hope by Patty Gurdy. I love this song so much. I'll give you a little bit of a listen here. She's playing the hurdy-gurdy. I love the hurdy-gurdy. Let's go to the chorus. So she's my choice for Germany this year. If I know I don't have a say in it, but I really hope Germany chooses her. I love that song so much. The other one, so I'm really glad Alessandra Mele won to represent Norway this year. But my second choice was not Ulrike like a lot of other people thought, and who came in second, but actually another song, Echo in Imag by Jon. I think this is awesome. I don't know what you would call this specific kind of song. It's like an electro dance kind of. I really like it. Like that thing with the girl singing too in the chorus. Right here. It's like EDM. It's an amazing song though. But the other thing is too with him, hold on. There we go. I watched the performance, the live performance, and someone said that he had a broken rib. And if that's the case, kudos to you for going ahead and performing and stuff. But his stage presence was very rigid and blocky, like just kind of the usual like hand gestures and stuff where the girls in the background were doing stuff. Again, understandable if you weren't doing well, you have a broken rib, that really sucks. But you need to have the stage presence as well as the singing, and Alessandro Mele actually absolutely blew it away. So I'm not sad that she won it. This young man here, he's been doing. God, I sound old saying that. Uh, but he's been singing songs for a while. Does a lot of them in Norwegian, of course. And that song though was amazing, really good. And he did a collaboration with another Norwegian singer. I want to say it's kind of Sami, almost very similar to Spirit in the Sky, you know, like Fred, how he would do Hala Heloela Chayatenshovka, but a different version. I don't know if it actually is, but that's what it sounds kind of like similar to in my mind. So that's an echo in my mind, which I think is the English translation for echo in my. So those are my thoughts so far. Sorry if I'm rambling on. It's what I do. But let me know what you guys think. Again, Germany, please choose Patty Gurdy. It's an amazing song. I've always loved the hurdy-gurdy. I was shocked. I thought that would be an entry for like Ireland or something. But she's so good. I really like it. And Norway, again, right now, Norway is my top song so far with Queen of Kings. That would be an amazing song to win this year. But there's a lot of black horses in there, and dark horses. And, you know, lately a lot of people have really liked the cultural songs and the other language songs. But as we have also seen in Eurovision over the years, one mistake I think that people tend to make is, at least going by the last couple of years, is doing a song in a similar way to what won before. Let's go back to 2015. The winner was Monza Merlot, and his song was Heroes. We are the heroes of our time, heroes, whoa, whoas. And then in 2016, we had Jamala with 1944, which was a very cultural, very, like, not one of my favorite songs, I'll say, just the style of the singing, but it was very emotional, very much so. Go to 2017 with probably one of the most boring winners. Again, I'm sorry, I know Portugal. But it just, I didn't like the song. I'm not a big fan of Portugal songs, I guess, because last year's song Saudade also very boring to me. But this particular one, I don't know. I don't like it. 2018, Netta with Toy, absolutely huge, over the top, amazing looper artist singing a song. I'm not your toy, you stupid boy. Such a standard pop song, but to me, it spoke out. I loved it. 2019, we had Arcade, which was a ballad, and again, slowed it right back down. 2020, there are many speculations as to who would win. Some people thought it would be Russia with Uno by Little Big. That was one of my favorite songs. I loved Cleopatra by Effendi for Azerbaijan that year as well. There was Dowdy Fryer with his song Think About Things for Iceland. That was a huge popular one. There were so many. Ulrike also was supposed to perform for Norway that year, another popular one. 2021, we had Maneskin, of course, a rock song. Rock band hadn't won since Lordi in 2006. Yeah, 2006. Because even then, 2007 spawned a bunch of weird entries and stuff too, like Vampires Are Alive, which I honestly really, 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 really love for Switzerland. And then 2022, we had Ukraine win. It wasn't a rock song, it was more of a folk kind of, a very different song. Again, not one of my personal favorite ones, but it was very unique. So, I don't know what to expect this year. Who knows what genre's going to win? It just seems to be that the trend is that whatever genre won the year before is unlikely to win again the next year. It's just an observation I've made. But anyway, I could be wrong. So please comment down below what you guys think. And as Eurovision continues on, I will have more comments, I'm sure, about stuff. And then, of course, we'll do our usual top 40. And no, it's 37 this year because Montenegro, Bulgaria, and North Macedonia pulled out this year because of the cost. I don't know if it's specific to Liverpool, but from what I heard, hotel prices just like skyrocketed when they announced that Eurovision was going to be there. Could be a United Kingdom thing. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys. You can check out my website at jeremyandrosoft.com. Check out my other videos here on YouTube. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere else. And I have radio shows as well. The Vision of Eurovision every Friday from 10 to 11 p.m. Pacific time on 92.5 FM in Kamloops. You can stream it live at the X.ca or via the TuneIn or Stream apps. Just look up CFBX. And Animé-d in Japan, Insanity on the Radio, which I've had for over 17 years now, heading into 18 years. Japanese music every Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. You can find it at the same place. Thank you very much. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let's have some great conversations about Eurovision.